Most first-time TOEFL test takers think taking the test a few days before their deadline is safe. But based on real reports from test takers on Reddit, that decision can completely derail your application timeline. In this video, I'm going to show you what can happen between test date and score delivery and give you a simple rule for booking your test date so you're never caught off guard. The information below is from the TOEFL advice subreddit. Shout out to all the great people and the admin over there. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what test takers are actually reporting. So again, normally after taking the test within 72 hours, sometimes even 48 hours, you will get your score. But sometimes you bump into another situation. Okay. Situation 1, the normal wait. You will see wording like this on your TOEFL dashboard, on your ETS dashboard. Scoring pending, still marked as scheduled. The first thing that surprised many first-timers is that right after you finish the test, your ETS account doesn't immediately update. Test takers on Reddit report seeing messages like still marked as scheduled or scoring in progress for several hours after finishing. One test taker wrote, "I just finished my TOEFL, but my test is still marked as scheduled on the TOEFL website." A fellow test taker replied, "I took the test today at 10 a.m. and on the ETS website, the exam was still marked as scheduled until 5 p.m. Now it says scoring is pending." This is mostly normal. Most test takers report receiving their scores within the regular 3 days of taking the test. But you might bump into situation 2 as well. Score not available. Some test takers see a message that says scores are not available even after 3 days have passed. One test taker shared, "I took the TOEFL Home Edition on March 23rd, and it showed that scoring in progress. Now it says the scores are not available." The response from the community is that he should email ETS customer support. Multiple test takers report that after emailing, and then their scores arrived within 1 to 2 additional days. Another test takers confirmed, "Don't worry, they will come in 1 or 2 more days." So what is this? The implication for your planning? Add a 2-day buffer at least on top of the standard 3 days. So now you're looking at least 5 days between your test and your deadline as a safer minimum. Situation number 3, administrative review. This is the situation I want you to know about most because it's the one that can really impact a tight deadline. Some test takers receive a notice that their scores are under administrative review. One test taker wrote, "I took the TOEFL Home Edition today and my status changed to administrative review, delayed 2 to 4 weeks. Another shared, "I took the TOEFL on March 14th at a test center and I still haven't received my scores. My test went into administrative review." That second test taker called ETS's Office of Testing Integrity directly, and their scores became available just a few hours after the call. In the end, they waited 16 days from test day to receiving scores. So if your deadline is 10 days away when you take the test, that could be a problem. So what's the implication? If you cannot afford any risk, take the test at least 3 to 4 weeks before your deadline. This gives you room even if administrative review happens. Okay. Situation number 4, score cancellation. This is very rare, but worth knowing. Okay. One test taker on Reddit shared, "I received a notice from ETS stating that my scores could not be reported due to alleged violations. They mentioned accessing a phone or capturing test content. As a result, I've been banned from taking any ETS tests until further notice." The community's response was direct. There's probably no appeals process. This is not something that I want you to be super afraid of, but I'm sharing it so that you know that certain behaviors during the test will end your attempt entirely. There's no second chance, of course, no refund. So during the test, don't touch your phone, don't use autocomplete or autocorrect tools. So putting this all together, here is what I suggest about booking your test date. If you have a hard deadline and cannot retake, take the test at least 3 to 4 weeks before your deadline. This protects you against administrative review. If you have some flexibility or funds for retake, taking the test 1 to 2 weeks before is workable, as long as you are prepared to act quickly if something goes wrong. If you're cutting it close, anything under 5 days is potentially risky based on what test takers are reporting. So what do you do when things do go wrong? If you do run into a delay after your test, here's what test takers recommend. Move 1, contact ETS. Don't just wait. Email first and then call. Test takers consistently report that calling gets faster results than emailing. Move 2, plan for an alternative. If you have the funds, look into registering for another test date as a backup. Don't wait until the last minute to explore this option. And move 3, avoid suspicious behavior during the test. Sometimes, even when you contact ETS, you are very likely not going to get the result that you want because ETS is not famous for its customer service. So good luck. And if you found this useful, you can check out my other videos on preparing for the test or sign up for my mailing list where you will get a very dense TOEFL starter PDF that explains all the most important information about this test so that you don't waste your time preparing. Okay, so see you in the next video.